Hello, hello, hello. My name is Brittany. If you've been on this channel before, you might know me with the little that we've put out. But I've decided to do my own thing and show you my Animal Crossing because I love it too much. I've been playing this game since it came out and I think it's so fun. And yeah, here we go. You might be wondering why we're starting out here at, what is this called? This guy's place. I forget what it's called. We're starting here because I want you to enter my island as a guest. And then we can like fly into my island and you can go into it through the entrance and whatnot instead of starting from my home. We're also starting here because I want to introduce you to some of the other characters that I've made. So this character is the last character I made for this game. Does she? I don't think I actually gave her. Oh no, she's Cirquette. She's Cirquette. So I like to think of her as like the magical fairy guardian of my island who takes care of all of the island needs so that I, Brittany, don't have to anymore, even though it's still me. This will make sense soon. So that's me, or her, Cirquette. She's got pink hair. But let's go in here into, oh, Harvey's Island, that's what this is called. Let's go into his house so I can show you what I've been doing. Part of me doing this is so I can just show off my Animal Crossing. So, when you walk into this Harv's Island house, when you take pictures, this area is like an onsen, a bath area. You can get clean, get some snacks. You got the red gender and the blue gender, and then each of those goes into different rooms. Now let's go downstairs first, because I like to think of this Harv's Island house as like a dimension breaking tool, or like a dimension traveling tool. It's like my characters are magical, and through this house they can go to different timelines, different parts of the world, or out of this world, whatever. So downstairs I like to think of as like home base. This is my home base. Now, we're gonna bring some friends in here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Over here. Residents. So. There's actual me. And then here is Christian. You probably know Christian from some of those other videos. He also made that table with the secret. So this is my original character here. This is Brittany. But then after she finished her house, she got tired of doing all the island chores. And then Christian took over. But after he finished his house, same thing. And so now we have the fairy guardian who does everything for them. And they just hang out here for most of the time. Unless there's a party. Or something to do. Or if we're gonna do like a dress-up party thing. Sometimes I do that in here. This is their marvelous, fabulous kitchen. Let me give you a little bit more of a look there. Like that. If you couldn't tell, I love to decorate. Alright, let's get out of here. And we'll go into their bedroom. This is the bedroom. They like to be, I guess, we like to be a little ostentatious. Especially when nothing costs money in this world. Okay, so this is the home base of the Harv's Island House universe. And I guess we'll have our Brittany and Christian characters just follow us throughout the entire place. So let's go to other sections that I've decorated. Let's go... actually, let's go here first. Christian, move! You're in the way! Go over here. Alright. And so here, we basically have like our great hall. This is where people come and eat and converse, and I kind of thought of it as like a school area. And this is where you serve from. Let's explore this place a little bit. Go a little slow with the turn. Yeah. Look how cozy that is. I love using the steam sticker, or what do you call it, polish. It makes everything just feel so warm and cozy to me. I love it. Especially the food. But yeah, that's this area. Alright. And let's leave here. And we'll go, like I said, I think of this area as like a school, kind of great hall. And so we're going to go to another section of the school. Christian, get out the way! Alright, let's go upstairs. And so this would be the dorm area. Got a little common room here that leads to the outside with a fireplace. You got tons of books for learning. And then go into their small little kitchen area where they can prepare some foods and snacks if they don't feel like going to the Great Hall that day. And then, of course, the shared bathroom, which has all of these shower heads in it. Let's see if you can see it. Yep, there it is. Taking a shower. Okay, let's turn it off. Okay, let's go into the bedroom area. And then each student or resident has their own section. It's a shared room. And they each got to show parts of their personality in this room. So that's it as far as the school is concerned. So let's go to other areas if I can find the exit. Leaving here, going downstairs. Okay, back in the bath area, and we're going into this room. You're just determined to be in my way. Well, I guess I did place you there, huh? Oh, now I'm in my own way. Typical. So, this I actually tried to kind of replicate as much as I could the Hall of Mirrors in Versailles. Well, at least my interpretation of that. I just wanted something that felt European and ostentatious and just rich. Rich and sparkly and full of gold, right? And then up here, when I like to play my dress up with these guys, I like to pretend that me and Christian are getting married in our fancy dresses. And then all the people from around the world um, are coming to watch us. Because one of us is royalty. Or we're both royalty. Who knows? It changes every day. And this is a guest room for someone to stay in for the wedding or other functions. And this is another guest room. Gorgeous. Cuckoo clock. And then this is the kitchens. This is where the servants stay. They make all the delicious food for all of the rich people. And this, of course, is our bathroom. It's small, but I mean, it is a guest bathroom. So there you go. Alright, we're gonna go to this last room, and I bet you're wondering, okay, what does this last room look like? We'll see if I can get out of my, in my own way. Alright. Okay. Last room. Last room. Let's see. You like my singing? Don't answer that. It's blank! So each of those rooms, except for the one I call my main room, where these two like to live in, or I like to imagine they live in, I've changed multiple times, right? And right now I like all of the rooms the way they are except this one, and I can't figure out what I want this last room to be. So for right now it's blank. Okay, with that done, I will get rid of me. I will get rid of Christian. And it's time to leave Harb's Island and go visit my island. I'm so excited. Part of the reason I've decided, not part, the entire reason I've decided to do this is because the people in my life are not as into Animal Crossing as I am. And I'm very proud of what I've done. I've spent so much time. I've spent a part-time job on this island for my own enjoyment. Let's go home. Orange Town because I have the orange trees, of course. But I call it Kerama because I love, you know, the character Kerama from Yu Yu Hakusho, and also the Keramas in Okinawa in Japan. Gorgeous, gorgeous islands. And so I wanted a gorgeous, gorgeous island. Alright, so we are on Kerama. And when you come to Kerama, you go through this torii gate, this gyroid torii gate, and tons of flowers. So, man, where should we start? I guess we'll go this way. There's a lot of lore I have to bring you guys in on to understand the setup of my island and what's going on, like specifically here and some of the corners of the island. So I guess we'll start the explanation and the journey at where it actually all began. At my house. Not this pink lady's house, not Cirquette's house. Brittany's house. My house. So this is my house, this is where it all began. This was the first house done. And this is the house with the largest bit of land. Because I'm selfish. But I deserved it. I did all the work. I brought all the villagers to the yard. To the island. Okay? So let's go into Brittany's house. Oh, this is embarrassing. There's bugs. Okay. Oh, there was only one bug. I'm not that gross. Yay! So this is Brittany's house. My house. I get confused because obviously each character is their own person, but I did everything for each of them, so they're all me. Got our cat tower. Got our nice sofa. Got our, I think that's Go. I think that's a Go table. Our goldfish. Look at all this stuff. See, I sometimes forget how I decorated everything, and I like to go back and just look. Just admire. You know, soak up the ambience of the space. Let's look at what's TV right now. It looks like Animal Crossing Lord of the Rings. Excellent. Oh, and then of course we have our... I think he's a squeaker. Gyroid. But he's real cute. Okay. So, the lore of this island kind of begins with Brittany, but I don't quite know where it all begins. But the basics are, the people who live on this island are all a part of a cult. And that cult, for the most part, is fairly peaceful. However, of course, like any group of people, there are conflicts. And there's always this feeling that there's going to be some type of violent conflict that's going to happen. Not now. Everybody's having fun now. But at some point, it happen in 5 years, it happen in 10 years. We don't know. This is the bathroom. I love this laundry machine. I think it's so cute. Of course, I got my hot tub, bathtub. Why is my shower so high? Okay, we'll leave the bathroom. And then I'm going to show you. I call this the game clubbing room. You can play billiards in here. We got the darts going, foosball table, multiple video games. Okay? Oh wait, or just one. I thought I had 2. I'm sorry, I lied. And then of course you can just get down here with the music. I can get... Nope. Nope. Let's, oh, groove hop. Do a groove hop. See? You can get down. Okay. And then, if you wanted to, get on stage, sing a bit, maybe. Or play drums. This is her skateboard collection. And it's just a fun, eclectic, almost kind of like a what do you call it? A dive bar feel to it. It's cozy. We'll go here into the den. This is my den. This is where all the miscellaneous stuff goes, if you couldn't tell. Golf clubs, trophies. Oh, this, oh gosh, running machine. Whatever you call it, because I'm blinking right now. I get my artworks, diplomas, educational posters. There you go. Just a nice place to get work done. Maybe get inspired for something. Alright, let's get out of here. Squeeze. And we're gonna visit the kitchen. I am forever putting kitchens in basements. That is what I do. So here we have the kitchen. Got my island here. Cool windows, my chalkboard wall. TV. It's just, again, a nice cozy space. Oh. Rice cooker. Yeah. Turn on that microwave. Get me some coffee. Yeah. Close that up. Had our nice dinner here. Our spinning table. And then, if we wanted to, we can also get some roasted fish. Roasted fish on a spit. Alright, going up. Last room in this house, the bedroom. Again, I have a thing for putting the bedroom on the top floor. Excuse me. Alright. So this is our bedroom. Definitely red dominant. Love the color red. Even though my favorite color is blue, but ignore that. And just trying to find things that are comfy. Make sure we have the right amount of mirrors to look at ourselves. And just feel, I don't know, like we never have to leave this room. Yeah, if this was my actual room, it would be hard leaving, especially with this heater here on my feet. A heater on my feet. It's the end. We're not going anywhere. So, since Brittany was the original villager, she's the one who was first kidnapped by Tom Nook into this human trafficking scheme. She created the entire system around the cult. So she used to be the head, but she still has power. But now our pink-haired Sir Ket is the head. She's a bit more benevolent. than Brittany was. Brittany was getting annoyed with her villagers. She just kicked out some people. And so Serket is the head of the cult, and she basically runs everything on the island. Make sure Nook gets his cut, and make sure everybody stays in line and is happy, basically, you know? And that's why, let's go outside. That's why you have these crests. I've decided that these crests represent, you know, Brittany's house, her family. And so that includes Christian as well. Isn't, you know, we're married. But yes, I consider Brittany and Christian in the game to be married as well. And so they support each other in the cult. So they both have like a similar role in the cult. They're more hands off, but they still have decision making powers. And a lot of the religious iconography of the cult have a lot to do with the gyroids. The gyroids are like protectors around the island. That's why we see them. And a black flower is like the flower of the cult. It doesn't matter what type of flower it is as long as it's black. And so it's kind of like black is good luck. And then this area over here, just like a sitting meeting area where it's supposed to be like casual, but it's for cult activities, like a cult brunch. Another thing for the cult besides the gyroids is this pattern also. This goat water plant pattern thing here. That is the pattern of the cult. And it's just on, like, if it's official events, then the cult members will wear those clothes. And official events, it'll be on all the furniture. Also, this basin here usually means it's a part of the cult. Not just the basin itself, but specifically that white and blue design. And the coconut pancakes are like a cultural staple for the cult. So if you're going to have cult activities, you always have to have coconut pancakes. Let's see if we can catch this fish real quick before we go on with the tour. We'll see. Okay. Anyway, this is Brittany's car. She likes to show off. And this is a space for her and Christian when they just want to have some outside brunch. Just for themselves. Obviously, this is her garden, but she shares with the entire island, doesn't care. And then this is like her patio outside workspace. She has a cool cauldron. Okay, let's move on to Christian's house. So this is why these flags with the crest on them are here is just a divider from the rest of the beach area so that they don't go on Brittany's property. That's why they are there. Oh, is this Blair? Yep. You're just in time to be the first to hear my exciting news. She calls me Gold Star. Gold Star B, or B, she calls me B. Ideally, you'd be sitting down for this, but I've decided that I'm going to be moving away. Oh, wow. Oh, Blair, you're not. I've got this villager lineup perfect. What? You can't? Yeah. And you leaving would mess that up for me. You can't leave me. Yeah, I love you. You will stay right here. Goodbye, Blair. I love you. Thank you. This is, what do you call this? Like the center of town. The center of, not the park area, but you know. And then this is a bus stop. Alright, so let's go into Christian's house. Oh. Okay, cockroach. Oh no. There's more cockroaches in here. That's actually embarrassing. I'm sorry. I should have cleaned up before I did this tour. Whatever. So this is Christian's living room. With a little darker aesthetic here. Now, a lot of how I decided to decorate these early houses is completely determined by what I was able to get my hands on. Well, I guess just like all of us when we're playing. Until we're able to completely customize everything specifically the way we want to. Every team. So, I guess I don't consider it mismatched, not really, but you'll see when we continue on with my interior designs how things change. Alright, so let's go to the bathroom in Christian's house. I love that air conditioner and that chandelier. Wait, let me see if we can get a better look. I love that spiral chandelier. I think that's so pretty. Okay, let's go to the bathroom. Alright. He has this big, I forget what sign this was, but you know, big gold statue. This used to be bright pink, but I couldn't stand that, so I had to change it. There we go. Also has a shower here. Gorgeous. Alright, let's get out of here. Wait, is there anything on these walls? No, I didn't think so. Alright, let's go to... Oh! There's the other cockroach. Guess there's still more. Wait, was there a cockroach in that bathroom? I'm not... I feel like we would have seen it already. Okay, so no cockroach in this bathroom. Good. Alright. Let's go into this second bedroom. Kinda slash den. The light in here. Big windows. And the manga wall, which is really fun. Got this bed. Oh, I forgot I had a saxophone in here. Nice. And then the Apple TV. Cute, cute, cute. It's like a hobby room. I think the candles just turn on and off there. Alright, let's leave here and we'll go into... Was it a... Oh no, I have a third bedroom. I made a third, so that's like a hobby room slash den bedroom, and then this is like the definitive second bedroom, but it could be a third bedroom. However you want to classify it. This is definitely a guest bedroom. We got the trophies in here to show off. Show off to our guests. Nice. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, we did the bathroom. Oh, let's go to the kitchen. I couldn't remember what this kitchen looked like at all. No, there's a cockroach. Okay. Yeah, we got our metal chairs. Sit in that chair. Alright. Nice. I love this clay cooker. I think this is a system something, can't remember. Let's turn that on just to see it. Nope, it wants me to cook. Nope. I thought it would just light up. My mistake. Alright. Oh, and there is a dog bowl because our dog duo had decided to live with Christian. Alright, let's go upstairs. To the last room, the bedroom. Not a cockroach. Not again. Where'd he go? Uh-oh. Where did the cockroach go? There he is. Okay. We're clean. So, this is Christian's bedroom. I like to think of this as like a study desk, and then if you felt like taking a nap by the moon, you can do so. You got the nice fireplace, and then his big bed. Dual's dog bed, but he likes being in that baby cradle. That baby bed, that crib. With a baby seat. Alright. So this is Christian's bedroom again. Alright, going downstairs. Okay, so that was Christian's house. And then from here, I'll go out and show you. So from this like central, I guess, downtown park area, you can go to the pier and go to the beach. And so this side of the island is for mostly residents, the people who live here. So this side is a little more chill, a little more eclectic. You will see on either side of this area, the rest of the island is like set up for tourists. And the tourists like to come here because they like to see the glowing moss, which the island is famous for. And it's just a nice little, scenic place to relax. Enjoy the culture. They know it's a cult, but for now they think it's a good cult and that nothing's gonna go crazy. But I don't know, we'll see. You never know with cults. And so yeah, This is where like a bar area, and this is the karaoke show area on the beach where people come to relax quite often, but obviously not right now because it's winter. Okay, so this forbidden altar is part of the cult, I guess, memorabilia, furniture, whatever. But it's used to commune with the spirits, and they use different gyroids that they feel like matches the, I guess, the vibe of that area in order for it to have the best chance to bring blessings for everyone. And so, since this is the party area, we got the dancing gyroid, and he is just getting it. Get it. Get it. Yeah. Where's we got the hot tub? Always gotta have a hot tub. This is where they pay, especially if they don't have a towel. There we go. Towels. Okay, so we're back here where we started, and it was hard to explain what this place was without knowing what the cult was. So now that we know what the cult is, this is the complete space where they do their big celebrations. And so their biggest celebration is when the samba lady comes, the samba bird, peacock lady, and she just starts dancing, and it feels like to me it feels like she's trying to, I don't know, it feels spiritual. That's why it's part of the cult. Or at least that's why this stuff is part of the cult. Oh, hey Judy. Gold star. Okay, what's the nickname? She's come up with a new nickname for me. Alrighty, here it is. Dimples! Perfect, don't you think? I like it. Wonderful, I knew you would be. Well then, from this day forward, I shall call you Dimples. Thank you, Judy. Okay, so Judy... I love Judy. I like to think of Judy as this almost kind of ice princess because she comes from a cold area and she is royalty. She is the princess of that cold area, right? I don't know the name of the country. And of course, has a lot of confidence, a little snooty, but she's pretty cool. She's pretty fun. Sometimes she gets on my nerves. We are definite frenemies. Blair really tries her best. She's like the one from the group who is always prepared and is always trying to work with everybody. She's sweet. Now Nibbles. Nibbles is my best friend. Yeah, I was just thinking about you, Nom Nom. I stopped for a chat. Guess what I want to tell you? 1, you're fab, of course. 2, I mean that. Excellent. 3, there is no 3. And that's why Nibbles is my best friend. She is a pop star. She is a bit dramatic. She does a lot. We had been fighting for a few weeks because she had gotten my way, I think on purpose, to getting a balloon, and that really made me mad. I think she wanted my attention, and so I stopped talking to her for a little bit. Just, you know, regular drama on the island. But yeah, this is where they have their big celebrations. Actually, I'll show you. I need to show you this table first. Or this setup, this eating setup first. Everybody's on the ground to kind of signify unity and oneness, right? But there's still a clear hierarchy even on the ground. This is the number one person, and this person can either be Cirquette or Brittany. And then the number 2 is in the green seat, number 3 red, and then so on and so forth. It doesn't really matter what order. It's just those 3 seats are the most important. Of course, you always gotta have food at every gathering. Like I said, we got that picture. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, coconut pancakes right over there. And also, I forgot to show you this. So the vegetable baskets are also a part of the offerings when it comes to setting up things that are specifically for the cult. So let's turn all this off. We're not having a celebration right now. They rarely play the death game, but when they do, it gets ugly. Alright, so we met Nibbles, we've met Judy. Okay, Cherry. Hey, Rambler, right? Okay, I guess it's been a minute. You don't have to call me out like that. Just kidding, how are you? It's been a while. I've been so heads down on new gardening ideas lately, I haven't taken any time to be social. How long's it been anyway? No way, 1 month? Has it been a month, Cherry? Hey. Well, slugs, I really gotta get more. Get out more, B. You and me both, Cherry. So... oh... there's so much fantasy in this world, but then so much real life in this world, because I'm still an introvert, even in Animal Crossing. And I will go for a long time without talking to my villagers. It's okay, though. They forgive me. Where am I trying to go? Oh, I was talking about Cherry. So, Cherry is a cool girl from the city, and... yeah. I like to hang out. I think she has, like, innovative and cool ideas, and she's just chill and fun. A little bossy. A little bossy. That's okay. Okay. Actually, let me go back. Let me go back. I think I'm going too far. I'm too used to my own island. Alright, I gotta get this real quick. You know how it is. I hope so. No, see? I told you. She knows I'm talking to people. Nibbles. This is gonna cause another rift. Nibbles, I don't care. See, I didn't even tell you what she said. She's on my way. Just give me this. Okay, fine. Whatever. You're on my list, Nibbles. Anyway. Anyway. I like to decorate seasonally. So these are my Valentine's hearts. And these fish are here permanently. I've created this little area for most of the seasonal decorations, but there's other places where I put seasonal decorations. Like over here, this is where most of the villagers live. See, there's one thing here. This is Judy's house, Cherry's house. Oh man, whose house is this? Daisy's house. Daisy. Daisy's newer. That's why I blank on her name sometimes. And this other guy. I think he's Raymond. Nibble's house. Blair's house. I think this is Raymond. I'm pretty sure this is Raymond. Yep, Raymond's house. Static's house. Okay, we can get on Static's house. Let's go. I have Happy Home Paradise. We're gonna get there. Probably. No, not probably. No. Either in the next part of this or episode of this or the episode after. We'll see. But because I have Happy Home Paradise, I was able to redecorate all of their houses. So let's look at how I decorated Static's house. Hey, Static. Once I start something, I gotta keep on going till it's done. Guess I'm getting more stubborn with age. What are you doing? What, this thing? I'm making a deer scare. It's tough, but I've got ages of patience. Reckon you need that to be into DIY, B. Wait, you know how to make a deer scare already? Yes, I do. Asshole. I had no idea you were so handy, Gold Star. You might have the know-how, but do you have written instructions? Because it so happens I got a DIY recipe here you can share around. Alright, give it to me. I'll sell it or throw it away. If my deer scare recipe catches on, I'll have you to thank me. Thank you, Static. So, Static and Circuit have a complicated relationship. They got a thing going on, and that's okay. They got an on and off friends thing going on that is mutual and sometimes confusing, but for the most part seems nice, and they both enjoy each other. So there you go. I did not mean to open this refrigerator. Let's go sit in his massage chair. Sometimes it seems like Static gets jealous when Circuit starts interacting with like either Daisy or Raymond. I figure Static is into a lot of music. I got albums on the wall for him. Everybody loves a KK. There we go. This is actually his bathroom, but they move things when they want to do their DIY stuff, so whatever. Alright, bye Static. Bye bye. Okay. Oh, Sasha's home. Sasha, I think she's green or turquoise bunny. Love her. Sasha's a nut. So let's see how I decorated her house. She is fun. Sasha's sick. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna go get you some medicine. I'll be back, Sasha, before we go look at your house. Okay, let's go get Sasha some medicine. And then we'll continue. Sasha. Blair, get out the way. Looks pretty. Hey guys. Nope. I didn't mean to do that, but I guess I'll just sell while I'm here. There's not much to sell, but I'll do it. Oh, I forgot I got that sea bass. Yeah, let's get rid of it. They're so cheap. I hate them. Oh, have I not gotten this? I might as well. Yeah, I'll buy it. No problem. Yeah. Now I can do the dance of the... What is she? The peacock? Or the peacocks? Okay, let's get medicine. That's a cute umbrella. Not this one. No, I don't want anything else. Bye, guys. Alright. Pierce! Okay, so Pierce is my jock. He's so sweet. Evening B, how's your night going? What's the latest, Pierce? I worked up a solid sweat today. I'm gonna be super sore in the morning, B. I bet you did. You're so fun, Pierce. Pierce, again, I think he... is he my sweetest villager? Would I say that? Daisy's pretty sweet, too. And so is Sasha, but Sasha's more crazy than sweet. Sasha, come here. I know. Alright, get you this medicine. Yeah. She's giving me a flight jacket. I don't think I need it. Nice, thank you, Sasha. Okay, so this is Sasha's house. She also has a skateboard collection. A little more on the cute side. Go through here. This is her little bedroom area. Yeah, lots of light, lots of nice big windows. Bathroom has a little shower for her. And then kitchen. Sasha, you're gonna have to move. Thank you. Kitchen is right here. It's a nice little place. And of course her bike. Alright. See you later, Sasha. At some point I want to show you, of course, all the villagers' houses, but, you know, once they're in their homes, we'll be able to do that. Let me see if June is home. June is my other bear. I decided to have two bears on that because I love bears. I think they're so cute. June is at home. I like to think of June as like Brittany's best friend. Nibbles is Cirquette's best friend. June is Brittany's best friend. Hey June. Cirquette, we finally get a chance to talk again. It's been a month. Rainbow, so I've been reading Polo Shirt Collar Poppers. I love reading, but I've missed being able to talk to you. Sorry, June. This is her home. A little kitchen area, kitchenette area, bathroom. And then this is her bedroom. Obviously, since there's no like separating rooms with doors, like on the inside, I use the partitions as like, this is the pretend door. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay. Where should we go next? You know what? How long have I been here? Let's see. About an hour. Alright, that's about as long as I wanted this video to be. But before we go, I want to show you my home. This is a little outdoor cafe area right next to Pierce's home. Pierce's home is here. It's this blue area right here. This blue house. Of course, you can have a little private sitting area if you want it. And then the back of his house has his little seating area. Of course, he has ping pong because it's Pierce. Of course, gyroids all over the island. But yeah, let me show you her house, her area. So because she is the spirit, fairy, guardian of the island, she is by everything that's historical and important. The sea is very important to the island, so she's near this entrance to very important historical or religious artifacts. There's also a historical and religious architectural site here. This used to be like a old temple castle area. Of course, over the years it's deteriorated, but they've preserved it through time, and so people visit it to pray and meditate. And then this, she has her bench here. And goes back, washing, and then of course bath, outside bath area. Lighthouse. And because she is like a magical being, all of her flowers, everything around her is pink, because that is her vibe. That is where she is pink. Of course, everything in her house isn't pink, but your thing. So let's go inside. So this is the entrance. She is the last actual house I did for a player. And so she is the ultimate evolution of a player's house that I've done. And so this is all the things I was able to get specifically done the way I wanted to. Colors, everything. June, seriously? Knock knock, it's June. Is now a good time for a visit? Not really. Okay, you guys, I'm just gonna get rid of her. I just thought I'd stop by for a quick visit, Rainbow. Yeah, June, yay. Oh, okay, we'll chat for a little bit. Hope I'm not intruding. I was just wondering what you were up to, and then I found myself here. Yeah. Well, June, I appreciate it, but I gotta go. Oh, do you have other plans? I'm sorry, I'll get going then. Thanks for the visit, Rainbow. Yeah, June. It's always nice seeing you. You see that side-eye? Okay, girl. Whatever. Okay. So yeah, I was able to get basically everything that I envisioned for her home. I was able to do exactly. So just a ton of fabric on the ceilings. I was huge into that. To me, it makes it feel cozy and I guess a bit more ethereal. So from here, we will go to the bathroom. Remember, bathroom is always on the left for whatever reason. It's just an obsession. And this is her bathroom. Because she is like a spiritual, magical being, I envision that her house is just mostly plants, natural things that just grow around her. And of course, this leads into a glowing cave because her magic allows it. And of course, everything on the ceiling. It's almost like what do you call it? A tiered ceiling when you do the lights like this. So there you go. And then let's go to her den study area. again, magical being, so of course she has witchy stuff. She has a pink cauldron. Yeah, that's gonna happen. This glowing moss pond thing that leads to this green forest. Because of course, she's natural. Just accept it. I told you about that pattern again. So because we have all the magical, spiritual stuff happening in here, that pattern is relevant. And she's like the source of the Guardian. There you go. Let's go to the second bedroom. I like to think of this as like an extended stay, almost second bedroom, or you just have people who come over because they need to, like, I don't know, attend like a conference or something, or they need to like work on a book and they just need a quiet, clean place to stay. That's what I like to think of this room as. Couch. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the kitchen. No, don't sit on the flower. Kitchen's always downstairs. So this is her kitchen. Let me turn this off. I think that can get a little annoying. Yeah, we got grassy, flowery floor. Pinball machine. Just a back. And then just more plants, lots of lights. Just cozy. Especially with this pattern flower striped wall. Almost gives it a bit of a country look. Okay, let's go upstairs. To the bedroom. And this is her bedroom. Of course, we got the bath in the middle of the room. We got her futon beds together here. This, she sleeps, is like a recharging stone. She sleeps under a recharging stone. And then with all this I just think all the fabric is just really pretty. I think it adds to the ambiance. And she has a well in her house. In her room. So yeah. So that was the main houses on my island of the people who were created for my island. I guess the next video I'll show you the rest of the island and we'll see if we start Happy Home Paradise and look at those designs. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye bye.